All right then, so the agenda, apologies for absence, and we've got one from
Councillor Stagg?
yes, and we expect one from here.
Yes,
Yes.
I'll double
Anticipate
check,
one,
but I
yeah.
don't think I've had it.
Yeah. Is he aware that he's on this committee?
Yeah,
Sometimes, you know, I've been on the committees and I didn't realise I was on them.
yeah, he is, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I
It's
think
called
he was at
Alzheimer's, I think.
he was at the last one, I think, wasn't he?
Okay, declarations of interest. Anybody got any interest relevant to this meeting? No? Okay, so no interest. A representation from interested parties, we've not been informed of anything. In the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll try to look at them all. I don't know.
Yeah, I was happy with this.
Yeah,
Okay.
proposing them. Second them.
Yeah.
Second.
All those in favour?
All in favour? Right, that's fine.
Let's just pop the initials on the first two and then date sign the last one.
Right, 3-year plan then. So I think we've discussed that we need to put a small working group together for the 3-year plan. I've had one nomination already. Sorry, I've forgotten Councillor Stagg's first name.
Terry.
Terry, yeah, so Terry says he wanted to be involved in it, that's fine. Have you?
I'll be happy to do it.
Yes,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody else who wants to get involved, then
I'd be perfectly willing to, but I don't know, I mean, how many people do you want? Is it going to be more effective with a smaller group?
normally are, aren't they? So 3 seems good.
Sorry,
I mean, I think
kind of work out where it was.
it would be good if we could, whoever's involved, it would be good if they could get together another sort of half-day working
Yeah.
session or something sometime in the next month, wouldn't it? So that
Well,
they can come to the next meeting with a plan, rather than it.
I think we need to get on with it very quickly because we
Yeah.
need it for the budget. The budget's coming up. So.
Yeah, which effectively is within the next month, isn't it? So
Yeah.
that sort of fits as well, isn't it?
In the days of yore, well, we always used to have, for years and years, a yearly valuation of all our properties.
Okay.
I mean,
We've
automatically we had it.
we've recently had that done by our insurance company.
Right.
But they don't say to do it yearly, they say to do it sort of every 3 years.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, perhaps we could also, do you know what I mean, coordinate with when we get that.
That's been done,
Yeah.
in the last, that was done for the last insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
So
current
other than insurance
insurance-
purposes, why did we do it?
It was quite interesting how some properties got kind of left behind and we didn't do anything about them for a long time.
Yeah.
All the situation changed. I'm not saying it was necessarily the right thing to do,
Yeah.
but it did keep the properties in our mind.
Yeah. So hopefully the 3-year plan will do that.
Well,
you know, so,
it
you
might
know,
be
so
one of the
we're
things they
thinking
do,
about,
yes,
yeah,
that's
what we're
what I
going to
was
repair,
thinking. Yeah.
rather than doing
And
that.
it does,
that
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll pull that together next week. If you're around next week,
Surely just give me one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll do that for next week then.
I might be away from Wednesday.
So Monday or Tuesday next week.
Yes. Which might make the second difficult for me actually. But anyway, we'll see.
Do you want
Third one.
either myself or somebody like Paul
It would be very useful to
to
have.
have
Yeah.
on hand?
Yeah.
So that's
So
fine,
I'll
either
try
will
and-
do that.
yeah.
Well, Lisa, if she's going to be.
Hmm?
Or Lisa, if she's
Lisa.
going to be number 2.
Well, yes, that. I probably would get her involved as well because
Yeah.
she'll probably gradually.
Well, if you want to
will
do a
be taking
handover,
this, yeah,
so
away
you
from,
can start. Yeah.
I
So,
just didn't want to throw everything
Yeah.
at her all in one go.
all right. I'll work out which works for myself.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
and then
Terry,
just let us know,
Has she been appointed? Have we had,
No, not yet. It's off.
when's the interview?
Is it
Um,
on Friday?
we've got a date, haven't we? It's not this
Yeah.
Friday, is it? I think.
No, it's next Friday, but I just haven't heard back from David yet.
Right.
Presumably it has to be approved by council, does it, or not? I put them.
Well, there'll be an interview and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah, go on. Do you want to?
I'm
Come on,
very-
David.
So
Right. Consider the Estates Management Committee marketing strategy for all town council properties. So we've talked in the council meeting, and Ian, when you weren't there, we had a conversation about comms and marketing versus marketing for the properties part of it. And we just said that because this was a bigger committee, that we probably need to bring some people in from this committee to come up with a marketing strategy for the various things that we have.
Right.
So having said that, then we need a marketing committee, or a working group anyway on marketing, don't we? So it's the room is now open for nominations.
Just sorry,
Yeah.
without any knowledge of anything.
Sorry.
Can you run everything through me again?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen the minutes from last meeting, so I don't know.
So what it was we had the comms and marketing group, had marketing in their title,
Right.
but they were a very small group, and we were looking at particularly the estates part of life, and saying it needs a focus on marketing. So we need to market the facilities that we've got.
Okay.
And therefore it didn't matter which group it was in, because we're all councillors, but we do need a marketing strategy for these facilities. So at the last town council meeting, we said, okay, we'll put the marketing in with the estates part of it,
Right.
because it's marketing of the
Understand.
estates.
Shuffle and brawl.
Yeah. So then we needed some people who were interested and had the abilities in marketing, to get together and start coming up with a strategy. So I'm looking at one person.
I know you are. I'm going to be away for 2 months.
Yeah.
And really, I'm a dinosaur when it comes to marketing. I've said that before. I log in on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, any of these.
No, I mean, what I'm talking about marketing is not how we do it, it's what we do. So if we want to promote the hub, then it's coming together with the promotion programme.
We may have to bring some expertise in from outside or from inside, from council staff.
Yeah, from council staff, yes, certainly. I don't see this as one where we need outside consultants or pay anybody else. We've got enough knowledge between ourselves to do it.
I'm not helping out because remember I'm going to be away for 2 months, that's why I mentioned it earlier.
Okay.
I mean, I have no relevant experience, but I mean, I am reasonably IT savvy, and I have booked rooms when in business from a customer's point of view. So I'm perfectly willing to throw my hat in the ring and say I'll try and support it, but not with any great track record of doing this.
No, it's all right. Roy?
I've got quite a lot of commitments on at the moment.
Okay. So you've got a lot of knowledge as well.
In actual fact, some of this may come out of the 3-year plan, because when you sit down and work out your 3-year plan and what you want to do with buildings, as part of that, you can perhaps see, like what sort of things you want to do to help boost revenue with the hub.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this group, in my own mind anyway, this group being sort of once they're told what we've got to sell, to get out and sell it.
Yeah.
And then, if I look at things like Queenvic Hall, there's a big marketing thing needed on that one. If you look
I'll
at
do the brochures. Oh, sorry, I've already done
I was going to say there has been.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not right to think that it's never been done.
Oh, it hasn't. No, it has been done.
It's already, if you like, in motion, but these things need a bit of a G up.
Well, often they've got square wheels on them, haven't they?
Well,
You just push them
I was
and then-
interested in, somebody put an email round with suggestions for the hub,
Yes.
and all those things happen already. So I think it's important that people actually get to know the town, because there's a superficial knowledge which is not helpful really, because all that would happen in that case is that if new things were started up exactly the same, it would just be putting the kibosh on those efforts that are already in place.
Yes,
We
exactly.
probably should be seen to be supporting
Does
those.
that mean-
Exactly, thank you.
Does that mean you're volunteering for the marketing?
No,
I will for such as Queen Victoria Hall.
You've got. Thank you. All right. So what I'll try and do then, you're away the back end of next week, but the week after you're back.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Yeah.
So,
So let's try and get something together the week after.
okay.
Yeah.
To me, yeah.
Yeah.
Next week will be difficult for me, but the week after will be fine.
The reason I'm not is because I'm already involved in a lot of the things that go on in the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That week beginning the 5th.
Thanks. Right. Project manager for the workshop project.
You've seen the plans, the plans have been approved,
Yes.
but there's just a few building regulation queries that are being done at the moment. But obviously once that's all done, we will have planning, but then there's a case of going out, well, we know where we're going to get the actual steel structure from,
Yeah.
but getting somebody to,
So it sounds to me like we need a prime contractor. Yeah.
Well, I think it would, I mean, how the resources that we've got at the moment in the office, I think I don't think we've got enough for somebody to have to be able to do this as well.
No, I think it's quite dangerous to try
And
and
I
take
think-
something of this scale on.
Yeah,
You know, and there's plumbing to be done and electrics and
Yeah,
big
concrete
things like that.
You need
basis.
someone with a bit of experience,
Yeah,
a bit of
exactly,
knowledge
yeah.
about
Exactly.
how it
If you
happens.
dig things in the wrong sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I use the terminology prime contractor. You know, because in the past we've had this, you know, that you maybe got a builder, you know, and he's going to erect the
Yeah.
steel structure, or he's going to get the base down for the steel structure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm.
We need somebody of that ilk, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, the guy that did the plans, he also quoted for certain parts of the managing the project, to the point of he would go out to get tenders for people doing
Okay,
everything.
that sounds good.
The only thing he hasn't come back to me with is actually the project management side of the thing. He's got everything else. I mean, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to add probably a couple of thousand on top of.
I imagine, you know,
The
No, I thought
price.
at least so.
But you only need one thing to go wrong, and one bloke to turn up to erect his building when the base isn't ready, or the
Yeah.
power
I
supply
know,
isn't in,
yeah,
and you'll end up with more than that in waiting time.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
mean,
You're
Yeah,
going to have someone who knows about critical path
exactly.
yes.
analysis and keeping things on a critical path
Yeah.
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the whole thing will fall apart.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, from my, I'd feel happier that we've got somebody. in place doing that.
It's a must. So,
Yeah. Now, so I haven't got all the full prices from him,
yeah.
but would you like me to also go out and look for other people as well?
If you know, I don't know, you tell me, you know, if it was £2,000, I wouldn't bother going on too many.
Well, I think
Quotes
we're
for it.
supposed
We
to.
have
We have to get some.
we have to get quotes over a certain amount in any event.
Well, you have to see, they seem to try to do it, but sometimes it can be, you're just going out there, just trying to find,
Oh yeah,
Do
we
you know what I mean?
might start by doing
yeah,
So if the formality is we've got to do it, then
Yeah.
please could you?
yeah, so I'll get a bit more of a fixed price, and I'll obviously speak to him, because he's also dealing with all the plans and everything,
Yeah.
dealing with building regs at the moment.
Mm.
And then once, I mean, obviously if he comes back and it's some ridiculous amount, then maybe we need to look at it again.
Yeah.
But
In my
you're
own mind,
happy
I'd be
that
very, very surprised that the guy doing the groundworks isn't capable of managing the project.
right, okay, because
Yeah.
this is our architect at the minute that said
Yeah.
to do it.
But you know, somebody's going to do the groundworks, aren't they? Somebody's going to dig out the base.
Yeah.
They're going to pour concrete.
Yeah,
I
well,
would
I'm
be very
hoping he's going to sort this out and
Yeah.
get somebody to do that.
But I'll be very surprised if the people he chooses aren't capable of
Oh,
managing
yeah.
the project.
So
Yeah.
what we could do is we could ensure that when we get quotes for doing the base, we don't
Yeah.
just ask for a base, we ask for someone to construct the base
Yeah.
and to coordinate activities
All the
on site and
services.
do the
Okay.
project
Right,
management
okay.
effectively. No?
Yeah. Because just in terms of the erection of the building itself, do the suppliers erect it or?
Yeah, they
Okay, no, that's
they
fine.
won't do the base or anything
No.
like that.
No,
We
But they
have to
do all
of
lighting
that.
and so on, yeah.
They will then come and put that
That's
down,
fine.
and
So,
then we
yeah,
do.
so yeah, it would be very good if the man doing the base
It would
was
be
capable of doing
excellent.
the
to-
project
so-
management.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll
Do whatever it does.
find him now. to receive a report on the condition of the skateboard park. It wasn't on the attachments, is that?
No, but it isn't really a report, it's verbal
Okay.
actually, because we did have a report, I don't know if it was the last meeting before, the ROSPA report that we did.
Safety
had,
one,
yes. Obviously the skate park came back with no problems. But since then, John's noticed, because we've got the sort of moulded wood on metal, it's screwed in. Where there's parts where it's screwed in, where the wood is chipping away.
Yes, I can
And
imagine.
we're getting sort of holes, and there's areas where it's lifting a little bit.
Yeah.
And John's quite concerned about it. So I'm just wondering whether, if I can, I mean, at one point we were thinking that we would look to possibly replace it, but at the moment that the money that we thought we could use for that has been earmarked for Flettenfield. So it's whether I can get somebody to come out and try and fix it,
Yeah.
make it good for now, or whether you want me to go down the route of looking for something.
My
a bit
preference
more-
is fix it.
Mine
Yeah.
is too.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have to, don't we, before something else now.
Yeah.
Well, no, there was a big debate whether we were going to rip it all
I
off.
know, but if we haven't got the money, we've got to use it.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't really got plans.
Is there any-
We haven't. Well, sorry.
Well, we could go back to the company who put it in. Then there may be a way of, that they
Okay.
can do
I'll
it.
have a look. Will that,
It's
will
worth
I-
phoning
how
you.
long's it been in?
Oh, crikey. How long has it been in?
Would it be something that I could easily find on
It's been a
my
few years now.
computer?
It's a few years.
It's still probably 8 years, 9 years.
Is there any chance if we talk to the grants lady at ENC that we can get a section 106 or some other grant?
The only section 106 money we've got at the moment, we've got two lots. Obviously, one we've just earmarked with Flettenfield.
Yeah.
There's another
Yeah.
lot for about 40, which originally had been put aside for Smite Meadow.
Yeah.
We were looking to change that.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, there's no other section 106 money available.
Not available from,
Not from ENC,
Right.
that's earmarked for us
right.
in Oundle.
But
And
what about this Augean and people like
you
that?
can get grants, but if
Yeah.
you're fixing something, you can't get grants to fix. You can get grants for capital projects, replacement,
Yeah.
but you can't get money to
So we could
repair
probably-
things.
We could probably do a partial replacement of whatever bits are bad, rather than call it a repair. If it's not an entire skate park but a partial replacement, if it's a
Have a look,
replacement,
yeah, see
it
Oh,
what-
might
yeah,
be worth
have a look
talking
as
to
well.
her about whether there's anything out there. And the other people who, Deborah, the amenities officer, knows a bit about this from when she worked at Co-op. Co-op have some money available
Yes.
for grants for play areas and things, and it might be that they can come up with something.
Yeah,
Either as a
yeah, I mean,
repair.
I think they're quite small.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
But I-
theirs might be a repair, but if
Yeah.
if we go for someone like Augean, you're probably talking capital replacement of all or part.
Yeah, and I will also, I'll contact the lady at East Northants who deals with all the funding and the grants.
I can't think of her
because
name,
I
though.
can't
Sue.
remember. Is it
Sue Davis.
Yeah, that's it. And so I shall see what because she normally gives you a list
Yeah,
and tells you what you can get done, what you can't get done.
yeah.
So, but I'll see if I can find the original people who put it in, and see if they will come and look at it and see if there's anything they can do. There's another company I know of that can repair anything, not just like quick steeds or whatever. I'll ask them, and then we'll go.
It doesn't, from seeing it and listening to the description, it doesn't sound like anything that can't be repaired.
No, I don't. Yeah,
It's just a case of putting, it's essentially a
Yeah.
steel plate either side of the wood.
It's bound to happen with the kind of activity. You're
Yeah.
going to get a lot of movement
yeah.
around the metal against the wood,
Yeah.
aren't you? So
Yeah.
the company must know that happens.
That
so there
happens,
must be, they may just airily say, oh yes, this is what you do, and
I mean, you may even be able to replace the
Yeah.
moulded
Yeah.
wood.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to see this go on for too long, though.
No,
I mean,
no.
we passed the safety test on it, but here.
Yeah,
It just sounds
yeah,
like one of
yeah.
those things that could deteriorate quite rapidly.
I mean, if it's quite a quick fix, then I'll just get it sorted.
Yeah.
I might even still have the samples at home of them, so I'll have a look as well to see if I can find it.
Right, then on to the boardwalk. We've seen the pictures. They're
Yeah,
We've got
the
trees
most
and we've got
impressive.
You missed one of your trees.
Did I miss a tree?
Yeah, sorry.
It's like,
Yeah, these are particularly the trees in the recreation ground
right.
that back on to, is it called Nen? No, is it called Nenview? There's a little road round the back of Picard thing.
It's not their view.
No, whatever.
I don't know
No,
where
it's
it is.
something, I think it's something view. View or something.
Bridge,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
something like that.
Bridge view, that's it.
Where the path goes.
Yeah, it's on here. It's the one where the branch, the second branch that came down, the first one came into the People's Garden,
Yeah.
the next one came straight down through their garage route.
Mm.
These trees are huge. We had a tree survey done in 2016. They weren't actually picked up as needing things to be done, but we believe they should be reduced by 20%. And there's another branch that's making one lean the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to happen
No,
again.
it's definitely got to.
I mean,
it's
the
a
people-
wake-up call,
yeah.
and we were very lucky with that.
People have been very, very good. They, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously nobody got hurt, which was good. But anyway, the quote has come in. This is the guy that we've used for the last few times for our trees. He comes in quite a bit cheaper than the others. But this one isn't cheap because it's the row of trees. So it's he's quoted for 3,360.
Do we,
But that's including VAT. Sorry, 2,800
do we need planning?
for those trees.
Yeah.
They haven't got TPOs on, as far as I'm aware.
Better make sure before you chop them down.
So unfortunately, we can't approve.
No, I know, but you still need, if they've got TPO on them, you still need
Yeah.
them.
Estates.
Yeah, we can't approve this here because it's too much.
Right.
I may go out and just get one of the quote
I'd like you to.
because sometimes with
It's a lot of money.
trees it depends on how busy they are.
We just- We do just need to double check that they haven't got TPOs.
Yeah.
For that big, I'm surprised they haven't really. But
Yeah, I will double check.
it's easy enough to do. You can go on the
But
planning
yeah, I'll
website.
just go on the website and have a look.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that's the sort of money we're talking about. But ideally, I think we should look to get a lot of those, because there's the trees that are in the cemetery, on the driveway going up, those lime trees are all growing. You know, there's a lot of trees that we need to look at.
Yeah. So it'll be in our 3-year plan.
Well,
I think, just sensibly though, it should be in our
It's
3-year
in
plan.
there, should be in the budget that we're doing in 3 weeks.
yeah.
We had a tree survey done,
Yes, you
Yeah.
did, yeah. But,
so it's probably about time again.
and there were only a few of our trees that he actually picked up on anything needed to be done, but in a couple of years they can, and I think one of the issues this year is because it was so dry,
Yeah.
they're like brittle,
Yeah.
and that's that last little wind that we had, just ripped the
Yeah.
branch off. So that's something else to add to that, but
Yeah.
I will go out and get another quote, and then this goes to full council.
So are we making a recommendation to full council then, or to the neighbourhood plan council meeting, to spend up to whatever the quote is you've got there, because the others, they'll either come in cheaper or we'll go with that
We'll
one.
go with that one, yeah.
So are we suggesting that
It's up to you, yeah.
we
so-
recommend that, because they obviously need doing,
Yeah, I don't
Pretty
want
Yes,
urgently.
you might as well,
Right,
don't
right.
you?
might as well recommend that Estates recommends that we do this up to a price of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
2,800.
So you're proposing that, Roy?
yeah,
I'll
I'll
second
propose
it.
that.
Okay.
Do you want to do those in favour?
Thank you.
The only other thought in my mind on that one is 20% enough off the top. Yeah, without seeing the trees.
They're really tall, they're like really, really tall, and I think
I
Well,
can't
I haven't
imagine
spoken
anybody
to
in the
James.
neighbourhood, sort of being upset if we take him down one more, but
Yeah.
we need to debate when we get round to the contract, how much to take him down
Yeah.
by.
Have you ever seen the willow tree yet?
Description.
I'm trying to my brain's just gone dead and I can't think of, what's it called, the road? It's off Blackthorn Road, Rockingham Hills.
Yeah.
Right.
There was a huge willow tree there. We've had that reduced by 60%.
Yeah.
And that's significant.
Yeah, and that was
reduction.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, because
Could we-
20% sounds almost like in 2 years we'll be doing it again.
Yeah.
Could we ask him how much the quote would increase by if it were 40%, 50%,
Yeah,
whatever,
okay.
and whether he recommends that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the other thing is you don't want to kill the damn thing.
No.
Well, yeah,
No.
that's right, yeah, because he may say, I
Um,
wouldn't, he may say that's about as much you can do with that.
Yeah. So that might put the
Might
quote
put it up a
up a
little
bit.
bit more, yeah.
So we might need to increase the up to figure.
So the other thing, sorry to keep going on this same subject, in the back of the lines, we said there is a safety issue here, isn't there? Having had branches fall off already.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to have to get on with this, aren't we? The next council meeting is full council, is it next week's a full council?
Something like 6th of November, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the neighbourhood plan
Okay,
one, we can
right.
put it on
So
there
there
as an
Everybody
item.
there, yeah. Okay.
About
Um,
2 weeks away.
Yeah, how quickly
If
after
we
that
get a
can we
quote
move?
in time.
Because we've got new meetings next week, it's a 5th week in the month, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we've got a spare week next week.
I'll
and then-
ask him how quickly he can do it.
Yeah, because I can't imagine the full council refusing, since we are the majority on the full council. But you know,
Yeah.
because we've had danger over
Yeah,
those
yeah.
trees before,
Mhm.
we really want to get on with it.
Okay,
So
yeah.
get him with a quote, but yeah, if we can get him booked in,
I'll get, yeah. That's fine, I'll sort that out.
because he can't be very good if he's got spare capacity.
Yeah.
Right,
That's, yeah, make
can I do the meadow?
sorted.
Yeah. Having seen the pictures, I just liked it so much. Yeah.
Presumably we're not, when we say approved plans, we're just sort of saying we're happy with the plans, so we're now going to go out for a quote to before we're not...
The plans are these plans have got to go to regional plans to be
Yeah.
approved, yeah.
It's-
That's as far
That's
as
as far as
we've
we've got
got
at the
at
moment,
yeah.
yeah. So we don't know what it's going to cost, we haven't got...
No.
I mean, I know we've had estimates in the past, but we don't have a...
Yeah,
revised
when,
estimate.
I think you had a few costs, I think, I remember seeing one,
It was a lot of money to do it in plastic wood,
about
but
70 odd or
yeah,
something.
yeah. And it was quite considerably cheaper to do same
And I think that was
the
like
same
for
again.
like as well, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Are there two different plans here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One's wider, and presumably
Yeah.
that means that wheelchairs can pass at any point, is that correct?
one's wide, one's got wider areas in it, and then also goes right out
Yes.
to the water.
Yeah.
But then the other one is just wide all the way along.
So I mean, yeah, so presumably the one that's wide all the way along can accommodate wheelchairs going in the opposite direction, does it?
Yeah, it would be wide enough. But here, option A is
I failed on this somewhere, I didn't realise there were two options there.
Which one's option A?
They're not listed there.
The one with option A in the title.
It's not one of them.
yeah, I know, but it's not
First
quite.
one,
It's,
first
it's not quite as easy as that option
No,
A would be. As the one that
That's the
I
one with parts
feel
in place.
is the cheaper one.
Option A is the cheap one.
Well, the parts in there. That's
Yeah.
the parts in there.
Option B is the one that's got.
Hold it up,
Oh, I
option
can
B, so
see
we
it
can
now.
see.
Right, hang on, I'm just trying to double check and I'm going to show you that. Option A
1.6 metres wide.
Is that one, yeah?
is that one. Goes right out to the water,
Yeah.
and then you've got a sloping area either side. Out of the water, you're also going to have, he's actually put, like, I don't know, perspex or something, high rail, so it's not actually going to look awful. People are going to be able to see through it, but it stops anybody in a wheelchair just flying straight off the end
Right.
into the river.
You have to remember it's actually used by the fishermen
Oh yeah,
more than anybody else.
but that would be could be, that would be a disabled fishing post.
Right.
For somebody to be sitting there.
If they've got a bit of perspex in, but
Well, it's only like round the side.
Okay.
It's only to stop them. The front bit at the front would be lower.
right.
So have you ever seen? There are places where they've got them on.
Well, we need to talk to the school, don't forget.
Standing Lakes is probably...
Yeah,
The
that's
school,
where we're
the,
going to go.
the school have, I believe, have to be consulted because they
Oh,
they have that bit of the river.
Yeah.
The bank, yeah.
Or if you don't go that far, we just literally replace what we've got, like for like.
I mean, I'm all for having a platform, but we
Yeah.
have to be.
But
We
it's
can't
also
just
where
do
we
it.
go.
We've got to
Yeah.
consult.
There's the perspex that tends to get
Well, I think.
grubby after a
Yeah,
while, isn't
it
it?
does.
Well, I don't know if it is
Like plastics and
perspex, to be
stuff.
fair.
Yeah, but
It's just
anything
see-through.
anything see-through. That's going to be really
Or when you
moldy.
just have higher, at Stannick Lakes, we went, John and I went and had a look at the plastic, recycled plastic ones, and they've just got sides,
Yeah.
post sides to stop, and a little lip at the side just to stop anybody.
Yeah,
Also-
lip would be good.
Yeah, anything that's sort of, even if it's glass, it's still a barrier to...
But
Yeah.
it could be like a wooden fence, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Top
It's
post,
just
and that's
below
it.
down.
And that's,
We've got a little lip now, haven't we?
Yeah.
Where they haven't
Yeah.
fell off, and that does stop the wheels from going
Yeah.
over the edge.
And I'm sure it's been discussed in the past, I'm not aware of, but doing it in plastic, recycled plastic wood. I've done a lot of this stuff up north, and in the long term, it's so beneficial.
That's what everybody's
Because it
saying.
just lasts.
Yeah.
We won't be having this discussion in 10. We've got furniture we've stuck outside in the middle of a wet field in Cumbria. It's dug into the ground. It's been there 14 years. It was brand new. Not a single bit of maintenance.
Yeah.
Anything.
And it looks good as well.
It looks good. It's incredibly solid. It can't be damaged. It's good for the environment if it's recycled.
It's just
a great thing.
expensive first time.
Yeah, but then
It's
if you do this every 20 or 30 years,
Mm.
after a while it starts costing itself, and it's safe all that time.
We've got, I mean, obviously we've got some money, but I think there was talk a little while ago about whether we wanted to fully replace it or whether we were going to do
Well, there's always the option, isn't it, of doing it in stages, and it's back into the 3-year plan, but it does cost you more money if you do it
Yeah.
in stages.
If the contractor's in, but you see the one that's got passing bays, whether that's option A or B, if it's slightly narrower, so it uses less material overall, maybe that's a compromise way forward.
And I think one of the companies I spoke to, they do cut, and I think this is the company that Stannick Lakes uses, they cut me specific lengths.
Yeah.
So you almost have to go with how they cut them,
Yeah,
rather than trying to be bespoke yourself, otherwise then it makes it even more
yeah,
expensive.
exactly.
so we're going to have costings on both schemes, are we? Or we don't have to make
Well,
a
this
decision about...
is purely whether you which one you would prefer to go to planning, because they would both. There's no point in sending both of them.
Doesn't it come down to cost to a certain extent, and we don't know what the cost is?
No.
Can they give us some sort of ballpark figure on
Yeah,
the
we
two?
need,
I
yeah.
can't believe there was that much different cost because there's a little bit more material, but it's, it's
So the
same
cost
job
between
basically,
wood and
it's-
plastic is
Same number of
huge.
problems.
It's huge, yeah.
We know that from
Um,
been looking at this
Same.
for.
I think if you stop there and don't have that bit,
Yes.
it would be, which is what it's like at the moment. It stops there, and then you've got, that's where people walk, and then you can just go out to the water there. So I think you would lose, that would be quite, reasonably cheaper. And the one, it's that one, it's just slightly, it's not, slightly wider all the way along.
But if that enables 2 wheelchairs to pass all the way along, I would have thought that was the one to go for, personally. If it doesn't cost much more money, or it costs the same.
The reality is you don't get that many wheelchairs on it. It's not like West Street or
No.
something. To be
I think
fair.
it'd be more if you've got somebody at the moment, if you're like, if there's somebody
You can
either-
see somebody coming.
yeah, a buggy or a pushchair,
Yeah.
or on a mobility scooter or a wheelchair. As long as you've got enough room for a person to pass.
You don't need to pass all the way down it. As
No.
long as you've got places at least where you can do it.
There's only one place, isn't there, on this one? But
Well, we could have two.
I mean, we can always go back. I can always go back
Always go back.
with any
So,
tweaks
yeah.
that you want. You know, I mean, we're just literally at the moment just looking at it.
So the 1.6 wide one looks the more sensible, doesn't it?
To me,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one that makes more sense. I would have thought that.
Yeah. So it says that, you know, there's 1.6 wide. We've got an option of doing the last piece at another time,
Right.
later on. I think it feels to me like finding a way of doing the plastic one.
And
Yeah.
get it, yeah.
Yeah, so do what we can in plastic and then look at the options. But the planning permission normally comes, is it with a 5-year? You must get it completed within 5 years?
It's there already, it's not a new
No,
thing.
no, but if we're
No, I've
going
got
to
to get planning permission to replace it.
But yeah, okay, but it's not like a first.
No,
It's
but
a
I'm just
replacement, isn't
picturing it, if we've got an option then of going back and working out where the money's coming from or doing it in stages
Yeah.
and so on. If planning permission gives us 5 years to complete the job,
I think you just got to start it.
you start
I
it,
think
you've
you've
got to
got to
start it
start
within
it.
5 years.
I think
Yeah, I
you
think
just
you
got
can
to start
start it.
Yeah.
So if we got planning for the whole thing,
Yeah.
First posted.
But I think if it's a replacement, I didn't have to do that with my garage.
well, I found
wasn't
that
told
they told me I've got to.
Oh, right.
I've had to do it at the courthouse as well, even though it's had exactly like for like on those gates.
Oh, right. Didn't say
It's
that
because
to me.
it's a reserve or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So if we go forward with, can we go forward with planning for the two options of natural wood and the plastic?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Two,
still
isn't it?
confused. The option A is plastic wood, option B is natural wood, or is
No,
it?
no.
No, this is
Yeah,
not
it's
in,
just
Okay.
width
in,
and shape.
yeah, this
Right,
is
okay.
just,
One is 1.2 metres wide and the other is
Yeah, yeah, I
1.6.
remember.
Yeah.
That's the basic difference.
and we think we're going to go with 1.6.
To me, it looks
I think
just so
so.
much more sensible.
Yeah.
You know, but,
And the logical thing is you're building in capacity, and if it becomes a popular thing,
well, it
you
will
get
once we've
found
done our
market
marketing.
both ways.
Well, that's, yeah.
Become the
This could be the
A14.
jewel in the crown.
Are you going to reroute the bridge over
Couldn't
there?
I say, couldn't go over the river, could we?
Make it 4 metres across the river.
Yeah, change it to tarmac.
Yeah.
Well, the way we're going with this, it'll take as long as the bridge.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
so
okay.
just to,
But I think we need
stop
to
that, what-
go for trying to get all of it or as much of it done as possible in one hit,
I
because
do.
Absolutely.
I definitely
think-
agree
I
with
do.
you. don't I?
we've patched up bits in the last few years.
Yeah.
But you end up with a situation, you patch up a bit and you still can't use it because the next bit to it's falling in.
Yeah, and that is the
So
case.
you'll end up putting a new bit in for half its length or whatever. It will still be of no use to anybody until the next year when you buy the other half.
Yeah.
So I think we need to do a one-hit job or as much as possible.
So all I was checking though is that we don't need to go for planning permission for part of it or anything like that. We put the planning permission in for the whole
Oh, for
thing.
the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Do as
and
much
then
as
we've
we
got a
can.
period of time to complete it in. Yeah, and then if we, the only option we got then to talk about is wood or not. Yeah, and the other bit that seems to be optional there in the plans, they were talking about putting a proper footpath in to it, weren't they? For
Yeah.
some reason that, I mean, the one that we've got works all right. We can do that again at a future date.
Well,
We've got
also,
money.
if you're going to walk off the end, not off the end, but down the banks, you're going to get muddy and you're going to...
Yeah, that's the
So
only bit
away.
about that bit is when you're down there in the winter,
Yep.
it is just thick mud.
Yeah. Yes.
So that will end up, if people are walking over it, it will get
But
very
that could be
small.
something we look at in year 2 or year 3,
Yeah.
if we get the boardwalk
Yeah.
done.
But no, the bit that I was worried about was the bit that went round the rugby field.
Yeah.
In their plans here, they seem to have an indication that we're going to hardcore that.
Yeah, because it's I think it was hardcore at some point,
Yeah.
but grass has grown over it, and you can just feel there is a little bit of hard sand. But
Yeah.
again, in the winter, that gets completely muddy.
Mhm.
But again, it's something we do for the future. You know,
Yeah.
the hardest bit is to keep the proper money for the plastic
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
And the rugby club are happy with that, so they want that done as well.
But yeah, because it would mean that they would be able to use it too.
No, with respect, it's a country thing. It's not meant to be a public park.
But it gets so you
Let's
can't
be
walk
realistic.
on it. It does get so you can't walk on it. And if you want people,
Well, do you? I mean, we're doing it for the snipe,
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
honest.
but also
I don't want
if
to
you
make it too good because of the fishermen. More and more and more equipment will get dragged down there if we're not careful. They don't just walk right down there with a rod. It's huge, great loads of stuff they take. Yeah.
So
'Cause they come
the
in
only
the
reason,
field opposite me. I mean, I see them every weekend.
yeah. So the only reason I can see for doing that hardcore piece around the rugby field is for the wheelchairs.
Yes,
Yeah,
that would be.
Yeah.
You know, it
Because
seems
otherwise-
silly that we've done everything
Yeah.
else on wheelchairs and then the bloke
Yeah.
might get
They
there
can't get
without
there.
four
Can't
or
get the
four.
wheelchair. I totally agree with that. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get enough instruction?
yes, I have. Yes, I've got enough there to be going with.
Go then. On to events then.
I haven't received a quote for the top one.
The extra signs.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that, but we may
It's
be
getting
able.
actually close, isn't it?
Yeah, we may be able to cope with what we've got actually. So for Remembrance Day, it's not too much of a problem.
Unless you want us to give you a limit, up to so much.
You could do.
I've got no
The
idea.
authorities
how much.
just
Another bar, that's what I'm saying, I can't even.
What, the extra signs and barriers are what, for the traffic and crowds? Or?
It's for where we've closed all the roads to make sure that we've got enough signage that's directing people the way they should be going.
We could have enough length to block off the width of top of New Street, to block off, and that's up by Blackpot Lane bit, to block off West Street, at whichever point we do it. Well, I think they're talking about just beyond Oxfam, because that's where the parade starts from, and somewhere on the marketplace, either at the far end of the marketplace so that stuff can still go down St Mosseth Lane, and can use the parking area around the N&P building.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking, not just the other side of the.
You'd have to then block off somewhere about where the level crossing is.
Yeah.
So you want enough length of barrier and signs to go on the barriers for those three road widths.
Yeah, I mean we've
We've
got.
got
we've
that.
got-
There's no point in having any
Yeah,
more.
we've got a fair amount. It's just there's just a few extra signs that we haven't got, warning people that there is a road closure at the end of this road, that sort of thing.
If we voted a couple of £100, would that cover it? If necessary.
I think probably say up to 500.
Can they do it between now and then? The sign.
Well, I think all we need to do is give Emma
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
authority to spend what she needs to, up to
Mhm.
500.
You're going to be able to get signs between now
Well,
and
we're
then. That's the
speaking to a
problem, even
company
if we
called
approve it.
Chevron at the minute, and they also speaking to them for the Christmas market, and he's given us a plan and shown us where he thinks all the signs should go for both. And obviously for Christmas market we've also got marshals as well, but we've been chasing for the quote, but he had to send it to somebody else to get the quote, get the actual money. He did all the plan and we just haven't got it yet. So that, if you say it's 500 for Remembrance Day, but Christmas market I think it's going to be a lot more. So we'll probably have to do that.
And are these metal signs we can use again and again and again?
They use, no, we're just hiring them.
Right.
Yeah, they come, they'll deliver them and then
Well,
they'll take them away.
Okay. So in terms of our authority, can we authorise Emma to spend £500? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's within our budget, we can
Okay.
do
Do
that.
we have to
Yeah.
take a vote on it, or is it just?
Yeah.
We'd have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need a proposal and send it
I'll
over there.
propose it then.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Yeah. All those in favour? That's Remembrance Day. Yeah. And then traffic wardens.
Yeah, this, I had the quote come through and it's £103.
Is Is this on the Sunday?
Yeah,
Isn't that
£103, £103.18.
Perfect.
Oh, the 18th.
That's from 8 o'clock till
One.
1. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm very happy with that.
So it's quite reasonable.
Yeah.
Very.
And in actual fact, they do need to pay beforehand, so
Yeah.
if you're okay for me to write a cheque out after we finish the meeting and sign it up and get it sent in, so they've definitely got it.
Do you want to propose it? I'll second.
All in favour? Right.
Next one we can't do.
No, I haven't got anything in.
No. You're floating in as on costs there, aren't you?
Yeah, that I think is going to come in at a little bit more expensive.
We've got a little bit more time there, haven't we? So,
Yeah.
so
Does the Christmas market then make a profit, or is it?
I think the last few years it's made profit, but I don't think you put it on to make money out of it, do you?
No.
I think it's
No,
just,
yeah, it just...
yeah. I think the last couple of years it's made profit. Because of how the roads have been closed this year, I think barriers and marshals are going to cost a significant amount of money.
Yeah.
I think we're getting increasing numbers of people coming every year.
Yeah,
It's
that's
getting
good
more
news
and
then.
more,
Yeah.
you know.
what's different with Barrows and Marshalls? Because we had Barrows and Marshalls last year.
We need more of them because we've got more no parking areas and we've set this ring road up. So people coming in from North Bridge will be diverted down, is that on South
East
Road?
Road.
East Road.
Yeah.
And then they'll have to go all the way around East Road and come round and then go along South Road.
Right.
Okay. So it's a different. So it's a different route than from last time.
Yeah,
Okay.
because of, I mean, I know it wasn't all, we had a lot of problems last
Well,
year.
yeah, that was
Huge amount of
that was.
problems.
Yeah.
But the A605 just didn't help.
Yeah.
But how, as someone that lives on South Road, I never know when the one-way system is in, and there's always cars.
Well, this is what
driving
we
each other.
need to do. So we've got to have somebody on South Road and we've got to have signs saying this road is closed, but only accessible for people who live there. But then on, like where you live,
Yeah,
if you come out, we've got to have signs saying you can
yeah.
only go that way.
For every house coming
Yeah,
out.
and we've just got to...
But can we publish the maps?
They've already been out, published, maps are already out. There's an article in the Oracle saying what roads are going to be closed. 2 weeks before the signs will go, the signs will be going up. We keep advertising it, keep putting it out on Facebook. But on the day, people. I mean, I'm hoping people will realise that if there's a massive event going on.
They had to stick with the right route last year because it was bloody good enough. They couldn't
Can we
if it's not this year, then it probably
we
will
make
be.
sure that highways doesn't do the same stupid things?
I
that
know,
we last
we are checking that, but hopefully
We
they
checked with
won't.
the school this year because they had a major rugby event or something.
They still have, I
We
think.
do, but
You still got
I've-
one, though, yeah?
Yeah,
I've made them aware of it, I'll keep making them aware of it. But yeah, no, we always do on that sort of thing.
yeah.
I mean, we usually cope with it in normal circumstances, don't we? It was just last year was exceptional.
Another thing we're talking about this year as well, are both the companies that we're speaking to, the company that we had last year plus this new company, about where you have your road closure signs, what you have behind that, if somebody chooses to drive at the road. Because at the moment, if you've just got barriers, just a single barrier like we had last year, a heavy vehicle can just smash through that and carry on driving. So we can have vehicles, which is okay, but then you need to make sure that you've got somebody sitting in that vehicle, because if an emergency vehicle needs to get in, then we can move in. Or how you construct the barriers, what the company, the Chevron company said, you construct the barriers so that you've got them almost in a triangle, which just makes them slightly harder to bash through, because we're having to think about things like that.
Sad, isn't it?
Mm.
Think that way, but yeah, it's better to think about it.
So that's why it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive this year.
And is the market sold out now?
Just about, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, we've, in fact, I spoke to Lisa today and she said there's some of the people that haven't said from last year that they're coming back, they may not get in because we've had...
We can't push more stalls into the market, there's no room.
We're pushing down to West Street, and we're just about,
Because I seem to remember the year before, there were more stalls around the NP building than they were last year.
yeah, I think they were both double each side, weren't
Yes.
they? Mm.
Can we do that again, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, that will happen again.
Okay.
Yeah.
We also need to remember this year to keep the access to Cobthorne open, because last year
Yeah.
somebody decided they'd move their stall about 10 feet further along and put it right across the driveway into Cobthorne. I thought that the other drive with the chains on, the chains would lift out and head to get in through
Is
that
this actually
way.
on West Street? Because we
Yeah.
can't have any, we really can't have any vehicles because we've got stalls the other side. So it would mean a car driving past stalls and people.
Mm.
Can you stop someone getting into that?
So you're saying nobody could get to a Cobthorne anyway?
Well, they shouldn't be.
Well, she didn't attempt it on.
No.
We spoke to her. She
I think Lisa's actually contacted her secretary just to say,
Right, I'll check.
because nobody else who lives in that road.
parked in South
Can
Road, I think, and
drive
walked
in.
up from the bottom to
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
No, I just know it's the bane of my life. The one-way system, I hate it. And, yeah, is it just looking at the oracle, is it worth putting something about clockwise or anti-clockwise on the one-way system? Because that's the problem, is we come out of our road, you turn right and there's people coming towards you, and turn left, there's people coming towards you.
There's going to be more information
Okay.
going out. I'm so limited with space
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the moment that
It's
it's
just
definitely writing
the last
it
2
down.
years we've had 2 family events, kibosh plan, where people can't get in, they can't get out. So it's yeah, it's a
Can't get in where, sorry?
to our place.
Why? Because it's blocked.
Yeah, we get people parking over the end of it, we get people coming in one way, you then get cars backing up outside the vets or backing up towards the co-op, and South Road just blocks down. And then we're just sitting there for...
Well, I know last year, I mean, it was all...
Yeah, no, the year
But I don't
before.
think we did a one-way system the year before.
Okay.
Well, we didn't do one last year, but it was just chaotic last year.
Okay.
This is the first time we followed what the food
Festival.
festival have done.
Yeah.
Mm. It's a difficult one. We're not going to please everybody.
No, it's just getting information out. So if you don't get the oracle in particular, as we often do.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
we're gonna. I mean, like on our Facebook, you see that, don't you? Facebook page.
Sometimes.
Are you not friends with it?
Yeah, but there's always update.
But if we send it out, can you share it? I mean, I think
Yeah,
if
yeah,
everybody
I
tries
will,
to
yeah.
help put the message out,
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we can do as much as we can.
Yeah,
Um,
the more the merrier though, particularly in the centre of town.
Yeah, and we will continue doing that. But if anybody else can help, put the word out.
Okay. Is there any other business for report?
No.
Okay.
No?
Good. Close.